Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start washing our bird in the first bucket. What this bucket is composed of is poultry protector and shampoo. You don't want to put them in head first, so you just gradually want to immerse them so they get used to the water. The biggest thing for me is probably cleaning off their feet. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to use a toothbrush, but on the birds that are clean-legged, which means they don't have any feathers on their feet, I just usually use my hands to clean these off. When I'm in this bucket, I'm going to be checking this bird for any disqualifications. For example, with this breed, you don't want any feathers on the toes, in between the toes. So right now I'm going to be checking for those.
Also, you don't want to take too long in the buckets of water because the birds have waterproof feathers, and if you put them in too long, then the feathers will lose their waterproof coating, and then the water will go into the down feathers, and then it will be harder to blow dry them.
The next bucket will be water and vinegar, and then the last bucket is going to be water and glycerin to shine up their feathers. Now we're on the water and vinegar bucket. What this does is it cleans up all the shampoo.
This is the final bucket, the water and glycerin. What the glycerin does is returns the shine to the feathers.
One thing you want to make sure when you're washing your birds is you want to make sure that the water is not too cold or too warm. What we have you can test that is by dipping your elbow in the water, and if it feels too cold on your elbow, then you know it's too cold. If it's too warm on your elbow, you know it's too warm. This would be called your pre-show grooming. And what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be scrubbing them off with a toothbrush. I'm going to be blow drying them off with a hair dryer. I'm going to be putting reddening up his comb with comb reddener. You can also use baby oil. And I'm going to be checking his toes and toenails and see if they need to be clipped.
Birds that have more tight feathering, they can just be blowed a normal way, just like that. But birds that are really fluffy, like silkies and cochins, you have to blow them backwards. Because especially since they have big tails, or also known as cushions, they need to get all the fluff possible in those tails. But these birds, like I said, we're just going to blow dry them the normal way. These birds aren't yet done with their blow drying process, but we're going to let them air dry and brighten up their comb and look for stubs on that bird and trim toenails.
Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a Q-tip and dip it in just a little bit, and then I'm going to rub it over the wiles on this bird.
What you don't want to do is get this oil on their feathers, because then it will have a really greasy look. It will look very nice on the comb.
This bird is clean-legged, which means it doesn't have any feathers on its feet. So what this will do is it will usually brighten up the feet. It works the best on yellow birds because on the birds with yellow feet coloring, you want the feet to be as bright as possible.